Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So we are back here today with a very exciting video. We are going to be going over the details of the Howard the Duck rework, man. So excited to finally see this awesome duck get a rework in the game, man. So, of course, as always, we've highlighted everything you have to know. We're going to get over all of it to make sure that you know everything you need before he's updated in the game without wasting too much time. With all that being said, let's jump right in. But first, let's learn a little bit about Howard the Duck. So, when Howard was whisked away from his detective agency in New York City to the battle realm, he didn't know what to expect. He certainly didn't expect to be shoved into some back warehouse organizing the collector's crystals all day. Well, an insult like this just won't run off this duck's back. He's borrowed a spare ISO loader, made some upgrades, and attached his old friend, his famous big freaking gun. It's time for Howard to introduce the so-called champions to the ultimate fighting style of his home universe, Quack Foo. Alright, so Howard the Duck's mechanics. Howard the Duck is all about the long game. His fury, armor break suppression, and heal block abilities drastically reduce his opponent's survivability, while his dormant armor up grants longevity boosting armor up buffs. Itchy block finger. Howard's mash ability rewards the skilled and unskilled alike by improving the aforementioned abilities through the ancient art of button mashing. Howard's SIG ability further improves upon his survivability by improving crit resistance and reducing incoming debuff duration. Now, that all seems very promising and very fun. Let's jump into it some more, okay? So, base stats and abilities, here's his prestige in case you care. For a 5-star, 10.510. For a 6-star, rank 3, 13.510. Now, this is not game-changing prestige. It's decent prestige. It's gonna make you able to, take him to rank 3, rank 5, 6, 200 without feeling bad about it, right? That's a good thing. I think it's really good how all these, buffs are getting, decent prestige increases as well. They're not game-changing prestige, but they're good enough to rank and maybe affect your profile, right? Which is cool. That's what we need. But yeah. So let's go over the strengths, man. Anti-heal. So heal block application readily available in a special one allows Howard to shut down healers. Armor break. Easily handle armor up champions with just a few heavy attacks. Long fights. The longer the fight, the more time to build up your fury and armor breaks. Howard can amass tons of damage in extended bouts. That's always nice to hear. So, weaknesses. Mystic Champions. Plenty of buffs means plenty of power for Mystic Champions. Be careful not to eat a special 3. Yikes. So yeah, definitely want to be careful against champions like Symbiote Supreme, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, Long Shot, those champions who instant nullify you. You definitely want to watch out for that. It'd be cool if he was immune to, nullify like Civil Warrior. But hey, let's keep going. Debuff Shrug. Howard gets a lot of utility and bonus damage from his debuffs. Champions with Purify abilities will be a bane to our feathered friend. Okay, so so far, we don't really want to use him against, those Mystic Champs and also champions like Kingpin, Crossbones, right? Yeah, Mole Man. So yeah, he's definitely got some weaknesses so far, some bad matchups. But let's jump into it, man. Abilities. The bulky ISO loader provides immune to bleed effects. That's awesome. He's going to be bleed immune. I love it. Howard's personal buffs and debuffs each expire one at a time. So, the key to Howard's new kit is paying attention to how his abilities fall off. All of his effects falling off one at a time means not only does stacking his effects make them more potent, it also effectively increases the duration of each as well. So for example, right, let's say you do a heal block on special 1, okay, and the timer's going, it's ticking, 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 ticking. You throw another special 1, now you have 2, and it resets, and it keeps going like that, okay? So it falls off one at a time, right? And it keeps refreshing. That's how that works, to the best of my knowledge, but we're gonna have to see it and see how practical that is. But yeah, it looks very promising. So let's go into this really cool, amazing new mechanic that I'm so excited about. Button masher extraordinaire. Rapidly pressing the block button at different times in the fight grants Howard special mash bonuses. Each mash bonus requires more presses of the block button than the last within the same window. In the pre-fight menu, Howard can activate the auto masher, which lasts for the duration of the fight. While auto masher is active, all mash bonuses will be handled automatically for Howard, and that's how he'll be on defense, but I don't recommend doing that because that's no fun. So developers note, summon your inner masher. I found the best way to mash is to rock the device back and forth in your hands. So, for example, man, that's like when you have to mash, you kind of go like this. See? Can you see what I'm doing? Rocking it back and forth, getting the mashes. Really cool. So we'll go over like when we mash, how we mash, why we mash, when you should mash, who you mash. You're gonna mash Howard before the fight starts. Gain 1 indefinite dormant armor mash. Gain 1 indefinite dormant armor. Mash, gain additional dormant armors. Okay, so what that means is you're running out, right? And then you have like an armor on you, right? You got 1 of them, but now you're like, I want more. I want more. He's running out to the field with his big ISO loader, like this. This is how he runs, right? You're mashing. Now, all those mash are going to give you more armors, and when the fight actually starts, when it says fight, you're going to get an armor buff based on how many times you mash, each increasing armor rating by plus 259. That's pretty dope, man. It's a nice little armor rating at the start of the fight. While either champion is stunned, 100% chance to gain a Fury buff, increasing attack rating by 235 for 10 seconds, max stacks 50. Mash, gain additional Fury buffs. So when they're stunned, you want to mash, right? Developers note, more mash equals more damage. Maybe I'll just take the encroaching stun next time and grab some extra Fury. I don't know if I could recommend you guys doing that, but I mean, hey, maybe it works. We'll have to see. Heavy attacks, 100% chance to inflict an armor break, removing an armor up buff and reducing armor rating by 76 for 5 seconds, max stacks 10. In total, that would be a 760 armor break. Not too bad, not the most game breaking. But yeah, obviously, you know, during the heavy attack, that's the one with the big arms and he runs at you. There's lots of time to mash during that, man. Lots of time to mash, okay? Special 1, unarmed attack. 100% chance to inflict 2 heal blocks, each lasting 2.5 seconds. And, you know, during this, he, like, takes the arm off and shoots at you. Lots of time to mash. Special attack 2, big freaking gun surprise. 80% chance to inflict a suppression debuff, reducing combat power rate by 10% for 4 seconds. Mash. Additional hits can inflict additional suppression. That's the one where he, like, runs around and he gets the gun, so lots of time to like mash during that. Special attack 3, junkyard smackdown, 100% chance to put a 3-second stun debuff. Really cool here. If Howard gets a perfect result on the mini game, you know, the bar that goes across, this stun debuff becomes passive and lasts for 4 seconds. That's a really cool mechanic. Sig ability, Quack Foo. If Howard is fighting in any fight with the class advantage, he breaks out his legendary Quack Foo to gain the following: crit resistance equal to 40% of Howard's armor rating, based ability accuracy, 115% instead of the normal 100%. Incoming debuffs suffer minus 1.3 seconds duration. Developers note, anybody know some annoying mutants that reduce your ability accuracy by 15% or stun you for 1.3 seconds? Wink, wink. So it looks like that's really, like, you know, out there to kind of directly counter Domino, right? But without it, man, it looks like Howard is fighting in any fight with class advantage. It looks like this is only active against mutant champions, right? And I feel like you probably already have a Domino counter in your roster already, so it's looking like this guy is going to be really fun to use unduped. You know, how effective is he going to be in, like, Alliance War, Alliance Quest, real endgame content? You know, that's going to be yet to be seen. We're not going to be able to ever tell that stuff on paper. But who knows, man, he could really surprise us in that stuff, man. He could be like a really fun game-changing champ. We'll have to see. He definitely looks like a lot of fun, which is really important to me, man, because, you know, Howard's always been such a cool character, and I'm really glad he's going to have some really dope mechanics now. But he also has some pretty cool synergy stuff as well. Let's take a look, alright? So right off the bat, we got some generic ones. Friends with She-Hulk and Rocket, you know, armor rating, cool. Teammates with Kamala Khan, Dragon Man, and Man-Thing, perfect block, cool. Nemesis with MODOK and Psycho Man, attack, cool. Here's the cool ones, though, for real, like, actually cool. I've been saying cool, like, as whatever, but this is the real cool ones. We Ain't No Punchline, with Gwenpool, Spider-Ham, and Goldpool. So Howard critical hits pause all personal debuffs for 0.5 seconds. That's going to be really good for Howard, man, because you don't have to worry about, like, refreshing things. You just kind of, like, if you're doing some, like, you know, if you're critting often, you're going to be, like, having extended duration on all your debuffs. That's going to be really, really good for your damage and stuff. And also, the other champions there, plus 20% Taunt, Incinerate, and Bleed debuff duration. That's going to be awesome for Gwenpool, actually. Really excited to try that out. New York Brawlers with Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Luke Cage, and Spidey Stealth Suit. For Howard, opponent suffers minus 65% evade ability accuracy. That's cool. Not going to make him a great evade counter, but it's still going to be nice to have against certain, like, Spider-Man characters if you ever find yourself using Howard against them. And the other champions, up to 15% attack rating based on missing health. That's nice to have, man, to be entirely honest. Really, especially for, like, Spidey Stealth Suit, who already has really, really high attack, 15% more. Not so uncanny with oh my god, with Gambit, Bishop, Storm, and Platinum Pool. Knocking the opponent down removes all their prowess effects and grants Howard one prowess buff for each effect removed this way, each increasing special attack damage by 10% for 10 seconds. This could actually be useful in like, I wonder if this could be useful in like Alliance War and like Aggression Prowess, man. If you let them build up like 15, then you knock them down and you get 15 yourself. I wonder if it works with passives. Right off the bat, I'm thinking of like that Gwen Pyrion boss, or in at 7.1.6, let her get like 99 prowess, knock him down, have a 990% increased special attack, special 2. Could be interesting, man. We're gonna have to see. But yeah, that one looks very, very specific, but recommended masteries: Despair and Collar Tech. You know, he has a lot of debuffs, so Despair really good. He's a tech champion, and he also has press debuffs, so Collar Tech really, really good. Must read. All information in this document is under indefinite embargo. Don't release it early. Good thing today is the embargo. But yeah, guys, so that's Howard the Duck. I'm actually really excited for this guy. I feel like he's really, really cool. I feel like he's going to be really, really fun to use, and I'm so excited to test him out. I'm so excited for you guys to test him out, to hear how you guys are enjoying him, to see if I'm enjoying him. I have a 6-star unduped Howard. Maybe he'll go up if I like him. Who knows, man? Only time will tell. But that's going to be it for this Howard the Duck buff video. If you enjoyed it, you know, drop your boy a like. Comment what you think about the Howard buff in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any buffed Howard gameplay coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.